All right, we're going to look at some thread callout uh, information. And so, what a thread callout is it gives um, whoever is looking at the information all of the details that are needed for the fastener and the thread type that is associated with that fastener. And so, on our example here, the fastener type is a machine screw, so it tells us that. In this case, it has a drive type, so it tells us the drive type associated with the fastener. And then it also tells us the head style. And so we have three things um, that identify the type of fastener that's going to be used. The next thing that we see is the material type. And so this material type is uh, just associated with the type of material that the fastener is made out of. Different materials offer different properties for fasteners. So that's what you see here. But the most important thing that I want to make sure we have a good understanding of are the last part of a thread callout. And so the last part of the thread callout gives us the diameter of the fastener. And so in this example, it's a number 12 diameter. It gives us the thread count. And so in this case, it's a number 1224, which is telling us there are 24 threads per inch. And it gives us the length of the fastener. And so again, in this case, the length of this fastener is 1 inch. All right. And so I have a fastener here I'll show you. This is a 1/4 inch hex head bolt. So right here for diameter, we would see a 1/4 inch. The thread count for this fastener is 20. And so that means there are 20 threads per inch on the fastener. And the length of this fastener is a 1 inch. So this is a 1 inch hex head bolt. All right. And so I want to explain a little bit of the differences between this threads per inch number. And so I'm going to scroll down under some more information, and we will look at um, the bolt that I'm talking about. All right. So here we have a 1/4 inch bolt, and we said that there were 20 threads per inch. And so a quarter 20 is considered a coarse thread for that bolt. And so if you're going to have a 1/4 inch bolt, you're going to have one of two threading options, either a coarse or a fine thread. So there's either going to be 20 threads per inch or 28 threads per inch. Now, depending on the application of what you're using the bolt for, you might choose a 20 or you might choose a 28. So there's some advantages and disadvantages to using the coarse thread, in this case, it is the 1/4 20, or the fine thread, which is the 1/4 28. And so obviously with the fine thread, there's more threads per inch. That allows the fastener to be stronger, and it has less tendency to loosen when it's being applied and whatever the application is. All right. And so that's one reason why you might choose a fine threaded fastener, or a couple reasons. The coarse thread, the thread is going to be more durable, and it's less likely for those threads to fail because they're more coarse, they're larger. All right. And so a less chance that the fastener could be stripped or could be misthreaded. And so those are a few reasons why you would use a coarse versus a fine thread. All right. But again, there's only two options for a 1/4 inch fastener. It's either a 1/4 with 20 threads per inch or a 1/4 inch fastener with 28 threads per inch. The next thing that I wanted to look at is the nut size. And so we can see here that we have all the way up from a size number 0, which would be a fastener, and the nut that would go with that would be this one, a size 0. Um, the interesting information that it tells you about this is that it tells you the wrench size that's needed for that fastener. And so again, if we have our 1/4 inch hex head bolt, our fastener, we're going to need a 7/16 inch wrench to be able to tighten that fastener. All right, and so I have that a 1/4 inch nut, hex nut, the 1/4 inch bolt, and I also have a 1/4 inch flat washer. And so this flat washer, the diameter of that inside hole, that is the 1/4 inch. All right. So if we're getting a 1/4 inch flat washer, the inside, what's measured by the inside diameter. So it fits directly on our 1/4 inch bolt, and then our 1/4 inch hex nut fits directly on the bolt. All right. But what I have to know is if I'm going to use, in this case, a 1/4 20-inch bolt, I have to also have a 1/4 20-inch nut to go with that bolt. If I had a 1/4 28, it would not fit. It would not be able to thread onto the bolt. So you have to pay attention and make sure that the bolt designation, in this case, the coarse threads, matches the nut designation of coarse threads. And then again, the wrench size that's used for that is a 7/16 inch wrench. And so that 7/16 inch wrench would fit on the nut and the bolt and be able to tighten that system down for you. So that's your information on threading.